Did someone say gifts? Because do I have the gifts for you? Hey everyone, how you doing today? My name's Kirsty, and there were some outtakes trying to take that photo for the thumbnail. Let me tell you. Today's video, I am talking you through some bookish ideas for what to buy your book-loving friend, partner, relative, whoever, or even just yourself. I've split this into two major categories. The first one are actual bookish items, so things that relate to books and reading. And then the second one is reading. So this is kind of like things to bring some reading coziness, or the things that actually to give to your reader as well as the actual reading themselves. I want to preface this by saying that I will, if I have specific products that I have bought and recommend, I will link them below. And also I will link a few Etsy shops that I personally love. They may not appear in this video, but I still say check them out. Most will be UK based because that's where I'm based, especially for like shipping and stuff. If you are trying to get stuff in time for Christmas, then you know, at least you know that if you are UK based, you can get quite fast delivery. And obviously this list is just things that I think would be fun. It's not an exhaustive list. It's not a you must buy these things. It's just literally this. And yeah, if I know where I've bought something that I show, I will link it above. And then I will write the shop above and then link below what the actual link is. Most of these are Etsy, some I will admit are Amazon, and then there's one or two that are Shein. And then the rest are Amazon for the most part. And then there are a few where I don't even know where it came from, but I will let you know. So, the first category, bookish items. Most of these are quite practical that I've been trying to think about as well. Some are aesthetic, but if you are looking to buy your bookish reader some stuff to help them with their reading, there are a few key items. I think the most obvious of these are bookmarks. I mean, who doesn't love or need bookmarks? I've grabbed just a selection of ones from my bedroom as some of my personal favourites. But there are so many different types as well. These are all paper ones, but you can get so many different styles and types. You can get wooden ones, you can get metallic ones, you can get magnetic ones that clip over the page. There are just so many different styles and types of bookmarks, and there are so many different ways that people create them, and they're just beautiful. And there's nothing more satisfying than when you've got a book and you find the perfect bookmark to match it. Just so aesthetically pleasing. The next bookish sort of accessory is bookends. I never used to use these until this year, and these have become essential to separating my books and organising my shelves. These ones in particular are from Fairy Loot, I believe, and they are so pretty. But again, on Etsy, there are so many different designs. I'll post a few up here of ones that I've just seen off just having a glance, and I will link them below. And they just add a little bit of flair and a little bit of decor to any bookish person's shelves. Next up, if your reader is a library goer and likes to pick up books from the library or goes to the bookshops, a book bag is essential. And this thing can hold about 12 books in very, very comfortably. It's got so much space. So a book bag for your library trips and your bookshop trips. And for those who do travel, if you've got the money, a Kindle is always a recommendation. But if you are strapped for cash, or they already have a Kindle, or they're someone who likes to take a physical book traveling, a book pouch. These are basically lined and padded pouches. You stick your book in, it protects them from bumps and bends and breaks. And again, there are so many different ones. You get ones with zippers, you get ones that are made from like leather like this one, you get ones that are made from fabric. And there are just so many different designs, so many different styles. There's one for everybody. Subscription boxes. A lot of subscription boxes such as Illumicrate and Fairy Loot now have waiting lists. However, there are still quite a few where they do have no waiting list and you can get your books immediately. And you can get anything from a 1 month subscription up to a yearly subscription. The ones that I used to get no longer are around, unfortunately, but after doing some research, the ones that I think look really, really good for their money and look like really lovely for different people. If you are a reader or your reader likes to have a little beverage with their reading, there is Words with Wine, where it is a book and a bottle of wine subscription. There's Tea Time Bookshop. Tea Time Bookshop have multiple subscriptions. They have a crime and thriller box. They have a bestseller box. They do gift hampers. My cat is yelling at the door, so she is also agreeing. And they even have a Christmas book lovers hamper that I think looks incredible. And it's just full of goodies and bits and pieces, but there is also a book only option. And then the final one that I saw was Happily Ever After book box, where again, they come with things like bookmarks and tea and little extra goodies every month. And then the final thing for actual bookish items are books themselves. And now I'm not talking about just go to Waterstones, I'm talking about special editions. There are so many different types of special edition books that you can get out there, from hardbacks to paperbacks to all sorts. I only have hardbacks here in front of me. Now, without a subscription box, they can be difficult to get a hold of. However, if you look on Vinted, and I don't really know the others, I only use Vinted, sometimes they are ridiculously priced, but if they've got a particular book that you know they love and there is a special edition, most tend to sell for about £25 to £30. So those are it for your actual book items and accessories. Now we're on to the kind of the reader items and accessories. The first, and for me probably the most important thing of all, are what I call the snugglies. So we have snuggly fluffy pajamas, cute snuggly socks with designs on like my little reindeer sockies, dressing gowns. I don't have a dressing gown to show you, and if I did, it would be somewhere that I can't reach right now. My room is chaos right now. Teddy bears, plushies, anything that's like big and squishy and squidgy and you can just snuggle up and read with. And the most essential of all, blankets. So, you know, they're fluffy, they've got lots of designs on, so you can switch them out for the seasons. Or, as I have here, you can buy specific bookish ones, such as this one here, which is a Dark Shades of Magic one that I got with a special edition box a couple of years ago. Next up, most readers forget to drink when we're reading, so having something with hydration is essential. So the next thing are drinking beverage containers. Probably the most famous that every reader has, which are your mugs. We have tea mugs. I don't have any bookish specific ones currently, but this is my favourite one, especially for winter reading. I just love it. It's snuggly. It just gives me that warm, snuggly vibe, and they're perfect for aesthetics, for doing videos and stuff. We have bookish themed tumblers that you can get, little cute character themed ones, jam jars, mason jars, things that are easily accessible but good for hydration because we are so bad at that. To create an aesthetic in the room, we have fairy lights. I have about 3 different types of fairy lights in my room and I'm still always wanting more. And with those, I also put up prints on the wall just because I like to keep memories of my favourite books, and I love artwork and I love displaying artwork. Another sensory one are candles. I have a Flick the Wick candle here, which is Eco from the Lunar Chronicles series. We have my own shop. I can't really not plug my own products and my own shop when I'm talking about gifts, but candles and wax melts are always a given. So we have Highlander from Outlander and it smells like whiskey and leather. If you prefer wax melts, I have these little wax melts. So I've got Holland from Dark Shades of Magic, and I have ranges from Dark Shades of Magic, Outlander, Stranger Things, Nightmare Before Christmas, and I've got loads of Christmas characters as well. So I will link my shop below as always, so head on over there and check those out. But you know, having a scent that either is from the book series that you are currently reading or is like a really lovely bookish scent, it just adds an extra layer to your reading that is just mwah. Many of us readers wear glasses, and many of us readers have problems where sometimes our glasses might fall off, or we fall asleep wearing them, or something like that. And so glasses chains might be an accessory that you would think of to support them. You could get ones that have got little bats on if they want to go for a gothic theme. And it's just something that maybe they wouldn't have themselves thought of, but it's just a little way to add a bit more of a bookish aesthetic to their day-to-day. Also, jewellery. There's a lot out there with rings and necklaces and earrings. I saw some really great earrings recently, but there were things like I saw some Lord of the Ring, but there were ones where they're like big daggers with a snake wrapped round, and I was just like, that is such a good aesthetic and would be such an awesome bookish thing to buy for your person. And of course, you can always combine all of these things to make a little hamper for your loved one. So you could buy them maybe a book with a candle, a bookmark to match, some fluffies, and just create the ultimate reading hamper for your loved one. But yeah, those are just some of the ideas that I have had. Things that I personally love to receive for my reading, and things that you might not always necessarily think of because people think bookish people, let's give them books or a book token. And these are just little extra things if you want to do something other than just gift books. Maybe you wanted to give some accessories or weren't really sure where to get your things from. As I said, I have signposted above and I will link below to everything that I know of and some of my personal favourite shops and any shops that I've mentioned here. As for my own wish list, I always have my Amazon wish list, which obviously is linked below. And the main things that I've actually been looking for Christmas this year for myself are manga, because I really want to read more manga next year. But also I've got some drinking mugs and vessels and things that I've seen on there. And there's a couple of lamps that I really want to get because I want to improve my lighting situation a bit. My room isn't the best for lighting. So all of those kind of things are on my wish list. And then in terms of books, a lot of it is either manga or it's books that I want to finish series. Because I really want to clear a few more series off my shelves this year or next year. And yeah, I also have some bookmarks and things, especially on my Etsy wish lists. Those are just full of stickers and bookmarks and all sorts. So those are all of my bookish Christmas or regular gift ideas. Let me know in the comments if you think I've missed anything off, or if any of these have inspired you and I've mentioned something that you hadn't thought of before. I really hope this helped. I certainly had fun, and it's kind of helped me remember some ideas that I've had for people for Christmas. So I really hope it helps you as well, and that you've enjoyed having a look through all of the items that I've mentioned. I really hope you're all good. I hope you're staying safe. I'll see you tomorrow for the next Bookmas video, but for now, have a good one.